The Arizona Cardinals are currently building a team to compete. And when you're building a team to compete, you're bringing in obviously new elements, new players, different faces. But you still got to remember what you have on your team, who we've had in these past seasons, and who we're still developing. And so here are 5 players that I believe will make the leap heading into the 2024 NFL season. Starting with Greg Dortch. Greg Dortch, we've obviously brought him back on a 1-year deal, and he has proved that he can be productive on this team. But where the Cardinals have messed up is we have slowed down his production by putting him on special teams. He's taking unnecessary hits as well as not being a very good punt returner. And with the receiver room being stacked the way it is, he is going to get his opportunity and have a lot of playing time this year. And I believe he will do the most with that. And so far, whenever we've seen Greg Dortch play, he's electric. And so we give him playing time. I think it's just an absolute win. Greg Dortch finally getting playing time on this team and finally fitting in with his offense. I don't think there's any way that can go wrong, and I see him having a 700-yard season. Next up, I have Garrett Williams. Garrett Williams missed a lot of last year, and when he came back and played his first game, he got that interception, and it kind of felt like, okay, we might have a guy here. And he showed some glimpses, and I think a lot of Cardinals fans really liked what they saw. But I believe he struggled with more injuries. And so our main objective is just to keep him healthy. Obviously, we brought in a lot of new corner talent, but I think his spot is still cemented on this team. Obviously, we still don't fully know what we have in him, but just from the glimpses we saw in such little time last year, I believe he will make a jump. Probably end up being our corner number 2 by the end of the year. Next up, we have Dante Stills. Dante Stills had an interesting season. He didn't shine by any means, but if you watched, it felt like he was really present. And he did a lot with the time he did get. And I feel like his game is only going to elevate with having better and better pass rushers around him. I mean, obviously, defensive line, the Cardinals really addressed that in free agency and in the draft. And not only just bringing better people around him, but I think the Cardinals are in a better position to help teach him and help develop him. You know, he gave us a glimpse of what he could be, but I still think there's a lot more left that we haven't seen. And so all I'm saying is just keep a lookout for number 55. The way the Cardinals plan on running this defensive line, everyone's going to get their chance. And don't be surprised when 55 makes do on a great opportunity. Then we have Paris Johnson. Obviously, the Cardinals have gotten offensive line help, and so this is probably the best offensive line Kyler Murray has seen in his time with Arizona. Now, the Cardinals have gotten Jonah Williams and tackle to play on the opposite side of Paris Johnson. And I think not only was that a great move, just in the grand scheme of things, but it is a great move in terms of developing Paris Johnson. We already know he can play. We know he can ball. But can he get better? And I believe he will take a step up. Now, it's not going to be a very big step because last year he had a really good year. And so it's going to be tough to top what he did. But he's going to make another step and continue to develop the way he has. And last but not least, Michael Wilson. I know having 2 receivers on here, it's a little interesting, but Michael Wilson gave us a little bit of a glimpse of what the Cardinals had in a receiver, considering he probably was our best receiver last year. And coming in on year 2, and having a veteran in Zay Jones coming in for the offseason, as well as Marvin Harrison, I think it only opens up Michael Wilson's opportunity, and I think he will absolutely electrify this offense. Marvin Harrison is going to be a huge distraction. It's going to open up a lot of plays for him. And I think we're going to really see more of Michael Wilson. Especially with the healthy Kyler Murray, this offense will be able to do some damage that we haven't seen in prior seasons. And everyone wants to talk about Marvin Harrison and what he's going to do in his first year. But I would not be surprised if Michael Wilson ended the year with more receiving yards than Marvin Harrison. I think they're going to make for a great 1 and 2 combo for the foreseeable future. But I think Michael Wilson has the opportunity here to take reins of this receiving core and emerge as one, if not our best weapon. That's just who I think is going to make the leap. Let me know down below who you guys think is going to make a leap going into next season. Let me know down below, and be sure to hit that like and sub button. With that being said, I'll see you on the next one.